first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mixon, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The tackle by
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
A gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
46-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
2 yards. It's 4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and then they have to to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Burrow. Incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going for Metcalf on the This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DK Metcalf, 48 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
For the extra point.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now after his first completion, I think he might be up to the races.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got the first down. And look at this. Big gain, but fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On EA Sports. Second and 11. Now it's Burrow. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, 30, 10. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Bengals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
on second down. Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Stride complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 37. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A draw play for Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
42-yard line.
Now Burrow. Well, throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. They did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
To Cook. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Mahomes now to throw. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage able to knock that one away.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
24-yard gain.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To the air again, Burrow. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And coughed it up. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from you.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. DK Metcalf. As the first half is winding down. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up.
Recovered by the Raiders.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They go play fake. Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they just...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DK Metcalf, 75 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Third down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the Raiders have got him. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's been a frequent target, and with catches like that, one-handed in the end zone, I'd keep going his way.
And he's doing it every which way, isn't he? 2 hands, and in this case, we just saw it with 1 hand. Almost reminds me of a great return of service guy in tennis. No matter how you whack it at him, it comes back at you. In this case, he just envelops it and brings it in.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off around the 27. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
The kicker on for the point after.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Now it's Burrow. He's got his man. Burrow. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Devin Bush gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 3rd down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. We read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Fielded just inside the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Offense set to get this drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone. Athletes are seeking that all day. Everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
2nd and inches at the 5-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Flag down. He goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now here's Mahomes. That will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the silver and black continue to roll. The try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 56. Bengals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now second and 7 from the 23. Again, it's Mixon. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
The ball carrier.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Bengals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. And Tate's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Bengals.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 63. Bengals nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
That's taken in by Higgins.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. target. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And it's 3rd down.
Burrow looking to pass. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 17. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken from about the 12.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake.
And the ball is knocked out. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's got room. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
He's out of bounds.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. Attack.
A heavy rush, and down he goes.
Right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down.
4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it.
Back to Smith-Schuster. This time complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And this is caught for a touchdown. Everything in flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense.